Now, I want to talk about Taylor series, maclaurin series. Practically, both Taylor series and maclaurin series are something we mostly must have heard, and they are related to each other. Although there are different ways to prove Taylor series and maclaurin series, but one thing is that Taylor series, maclaurin series can be proved using the Taylor series. That's just the simple truth. Though I will not approve the Taylor series or maclaurin series. The only thing I'm going to do is just like to give you some insights and do some questions on it. Yeah. When we want to do any Taylor series or maclaurin series, the first thing is that the function will be continuous and differentiable. At the point they say that x equals to x naught, then Taylor series is going to be simple variable that say that. They now say that the f of x will now be equals to f of x plus plus x minus x naught f prime of x naught plus x minus x naught raised to power 2 over 2 factorial f prime prime of x naught plus x minus x naught r raised to power 3 factorial raised to power 3 f prime 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 will now be in three places f prime prime s naught plus dash 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 x minus x naught raised to power n over n factorial f raised to power n into bracket x naught. So now, this formula that I have written is typically and basically Taylor series. This series that I've written down is what we call Taylor series. In a nutshell, don't worry, I'm going to explain everything in which you're going to understand it better than this, just writing. In a nutshell, you can say that Taylor series is defined with this formula, saying f of x equals to summation of n raised to power k equal to 0, x minus x naught over k factorial r raised to power k f prime of k into bracket x naught. One thing you need to understand from this analogy is that when I started here saying f naught, f of x plus x minus x naught raised to power, this one here is going to be raised to power 1 f prime f naught. When I have, and I will have here as 1 factorial. The reason why I don't put there this 1 factorial there is that 1 factorial is 1. So it means that whenever I have the function of x, I will subtract it from x naught divided by its position. You know, if it were to be the first one here, it's going to be 0 factorial. So now, if it is in position 2, position 1 is going to be raised to power 1 factorial. I will now find one derivative. You know, f prime equals to dy dx. F prime prime will be equals to d square y dx square. And f prime prime f prime prime will be equals to d cube y dx cube. One thing I want you to understand is that. So now, we want to now continue by doing the maclaurin series. If I now want to do the maclaurin series, it means that whenever I have if x naught equals to 0, this x naught, you know, this function here, I have minus x naught minus x naught minus x naught minus x naught. If it's not 0, then what am I going to have? It means that if it is 0, I will now have f of x now equals to f of x plus x. You know, this one will be x minus 0. This will be x minus 0. I hope you understand it. So this one will now be x of x factorial. It will now be x over x multiplied by x naught, which is 0. Will now be x minus f into bracket 0. So everything in 0 will now be what? let me leave it, okay, plus x minus 0 square 2 factorial f prime prime f of f naught, which is going to be 0 as well, and so on and so forth. That's what I want to explain to you. So now I will now have f of x equals to, the first case is going to be f of x plus the second case is going to be x minus what, x minus 0 factor f prime of 0 plus the third one s minus 0 all over 2 factorial f prime prime of 0 plus s minus 0 this by 3 over 3 factorial f prime 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 of 0 plus x minus 0 all over 4 factorial fiv of 0 plus x to bracket x minus 0 over n factorial f of n is just n to bracket 0, s is per n to bracket 0. So it means that whenever f of n is equal to 0, s equals to x of 0 is equal to 0. So we are going to have, so it now means that we are going to have f of x equals to f of x plus, the first one is going to be, this one is going to be 0, this one is going to be x minus 0 will now be x into bracket f prime of 0 plus s square, this one is going to be x power 2, this one is going to be x minus 0, which is x square all over 2 factorial s square s square, this one is going to be s square over 2 factorial f prime prime of 0 plus s cube over 3 factorial f prime 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 of 0 plus s is power 4 over 4 factorial fiv of 0 plus x is power n over n factorial f prime of n, which is 0, and so on and so forth. So now this equation that I've written will now be equal to what? Maclaurin series. It means that when we have Taylor series, when x dot is equal to 0, it means that Taylor's theorem or series will be equal to Maclaurin series when x not equal to 0. So that's the rule. So now the general formula for Maclaurin series will now be equal to f of x equals to summation of n k equals to 0 at n is per k, x is per k, f of k into 0 over k factorial. So this one is going to be Maclaurin series. This will not be Maclaurin series. Now, although we can prove how to have a Maclaurin series using another method, whereby using our power series method, you can find out in our comment section, in our other videos. But no, I'm not doing that. No. So what I will do for you guys now is that I'm going to do questions to solve Maclaurin series. I'm going to solve Maclaurin series using some questions. So the first example, you state that obtain the Maclaurin series of f of x equals to 1 over 1 minus x up to the fourth derivative. Up to the fourth, the first thing you are going to do is that when we want to do the solution, the first thing you are going to do is that you are going to write f of x which equals to 1 over 1 minus x. That's the first thing you are going to do. So now, when you do this, you know this one is a form of a fraction. So this one will now be equals to 1 minus x all raised to power minus 1. That's the meaning. So now after that you've done this, you are going to find f of 0. F of 0 will now be equals to what? 1 minus 0 all raised to power what? 1. You know the first thing you are going to find, the first value is f of x. You already know your f of x to be this. The second thing, find f of 0 first, so that we know where we are going. This power minus 1. So this one will now be equals to 1 raised to power minus 1. Will now be equals to what? 1 over 1, which is now equals to what? 1. So this is the second one. Now, the second thing is that you now find f prime of x, like derivative of x, derivative of x, dy dx. You find dy dx. So this one will now be equals to what? You now differentiate this. When you differentiate this one is going to be minus 1 into bracket. Differentiate x in this bracket. It's going to be minus 1 into bracket 1 minus x all raised to power minus 2. And I've forgotten that I am not recording this. I'm really sorry. I don't even know where I stopped. Okay, let me just explain by from the question. It said that as you obtain the maclaurin series of this function, f of x equals to 1 plus 1 equals to f of x equals to 1 over 1 minus x up to the fourth derivative. The first thing I'm going to do when I want to do this type of question is that I'm going to write f of x and the function like the question I was given. You know, this one is in form of a fraction, and I interpret it in such a way that it's going to make sense for me by putting it in the form of a index ratio power, and I have 1 minus x is power 1 minus 1. So now the first thing I'm going to do is that I will find f of 0. You know, wherever I see x, I will put in 0. So when I insert it, I have 1 to be answered. The second one, when I will not differentiate that f of x. You know, I'm going to find dy dx from the formula from the maclaurin series. You know, I will have f prime of x, f prime of x, f prime of x, and f1 over 4 prime of x. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So like the fourth derivative, fifth derivative, I'm going to have it. So now when I'm done differentiating f of x, I will have this function. You know, it's going to be raised by minus 1 by this. This is what I'm doing. So I have this. I will not put 0 there with f prime of 0 in case, you know, I have it in the formula for the maclaurin series. So I have 1 as well. So the third one, I'm going to do f prime of x, like the square y dx square of x. You know, y originally I have it from the question. The y dx, I was the one that found it myself, which is this. This is the y dx. This is the y dx. Now the square y dx square, I'm going to calculate this using this, and I'm very sure you know how to calculate it because you know what differentiation is. So now, after I'm done calculating finding the square y dx square of the function, I will now put x is equal to 0. When I get the answer, that's going to be the answer that I'm going to use. The third one, I'm going to now calculate again the cube y dx cube, like the y dx in the third place. When I'm done calculating it, I'm going to have this. I will not insert 0 there. Wherever I see x, I'm going to find the other answer. I'm done with that. I will not do that in the fourth place, like f prime of x. That'll be like the 4y dx4. So now calculating that, we have 24 into bracket 1 minus x all raised to minus 5. It's going to be this. So now doing that, we now have 1 over 5, like f fourth of 0. I will not put 0 wherever I see x. I'm going to have 24 as well. Now from the analysis, from the formula of maclaurin series, we all know that the formula for maclaurin series is going to be f of x equals to f of 0 minus plus x f prime of 0 plus s square f prime of 0 over 2 factorial plus s cube f prime of 0 over 3 factorial plus x by 4 x I3 is 0 over 4 factorial plus dot and so on and so forth. It depends on wherever you are taking it to. Now, from the question, f of x is now equals to what? F of 0. What's our f of 0 when we calculated it in the first place? Our f of 0 will now be equals to this. 1. F of 0. This is 1. Now, f of 0 equals to what? 1. F of 0 equals to 1. So we have 1 plus, you know, I have x f prime of 0. I have x f prime of 0. I don't know. Let me see. I've calculated it. Let me see it. F prime of 0. F prime of 0 is equal to what? 1. I'm done with it. This is it. f prime of 0 is equal to what? 1 plus x square f prime of 0 over 2 factorial over 2 factorial. Let me see f prime of 0. F prime of 0 equals 2. So I put 2 there plus s cube. F prime of 0, I don't know that. Let me go and check it. 3 factorial. Let's go and check. F prime of 0 is 6. So it becomes this 6 plus x is power 3. X is about 3. No, this one is supposed to be x is about 3. It's a mistake on my part, I'm sorry. This one is going to be x is about 4. This one is going to be x is about 4. Now, f prime of 4, f04 is 24. It is this one. So this one will not be what? 24 over 4 factorial. Now let's do this analogy by solving this. You know, f of x now becomes what? F of x will now becomes what? This one is going to be 1 plus x times 1 is what? X plus 2 factorial is 2 times 1, 2. 2 cancel 2 here. We have x square plus 3 factorial will be 3 times 2 times 1 will be 6. Cancel 6. We have x over 3 plus 4 factorial will be 24. Cancel 24. X raised to power 4 plus dot 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 dot. It means that when we want to find the maclaurin series for the function f over 1 plus 1 minus x, it is going to be continuous by saying 1 plus s squared plus s raised by 3 plus s over 4, s over 5, and so on and so forth. So it is going to get to x raised over n, and that is going to be your answer. And I really hope you understand how I did this. Now the second question is that says that you should obtain the maclaurin series. You should obtain the maclaurin series for f of x equals to cos x up to 6 derivative. Doing this is that you are going to find the first solution. Let's say we are going to do this. So f of x is going to be cos x. Now the first thing you are going to do is that f of 0 will now be equals to what? Cos 0. Cos 0 is equal to what? 1. I'm done with this. Now the second thing is that I'm going to differentiate f of x. F prime of x is equal to what? The derivative of cos x is equal to what? Minus sin x. So I will now find f prime of 0. F prime of this. It means that I'm going to put 0 in place of x here. So this one is going to be minus sin 0, which was what? 0. The third thing is that I'm going to find f prime of what? X. Differentiate this. When I differentiate minus sin x, it's going to be what? Minus cos x. So now I will now find f prime of 0. It now becomes what? Minus cos 0. So minus cos 0 will now becomes what? Minus 1. You know, cos 0 is equal to what? Minus is equal to what? 1. So minus is going to be minus 1. So the next one, I'll find f prime of what? X. It means that I'm going to differentiate this. Differentiate this is going to be what? Plus sine what? X. So f prime of x of 0 will now becomes what? Sine is 0. Which equals what? Is 0 again. The fifth one, I'm going to find derivative of this. F iv of what? X will now becomes what? Derivative of sine x is going to be what? Cos x. So now I will now find f1 over phi of what? Is 0. Will now becomes what? Cos what? Is 0. Which now becomes what? 1 again. Sure you get. You know this is sixth. I'm going to the sixth. So I will see now find the derivative of this. This one is going to be f prime over this fiv fv of what? X will now becomes what? When I differentiate cos x, will now be what? Minus sin x. Here you will understand that this one has started from the question again. This is what it means. So shall wait. You will see the magic. So this one will now be minus sin x. So now this one will now be equals to what? f v of what? 0 will now be equal to what? Minus sign is 0. Will now be equal to what? Is 0 again. So now I will now find f v of fiv of what? X will now be equal to what? Derivative of sin minus sin x. Derivative of minus sin x is going to be what? Minus cos x. And fi of what? 0 because what? Minus cos is 0 will now because what? Minus 1. So now we are done with all this. One thing you must know here is that you must know f prime of 0, f prime of f prime f of 0, f prime of 0, f prime of 0, f prime of 0, and so on and so forth. Now the formula for the maclaurin series we all know. So it's going to be, so therefore we have f of x will be equals to f of 0 plus x f prime naught over 1 factorial, that's the meaning, plus s square f prime prime of 0 over 2 factorial, plus s over 3 f prime prime of 0 over 3 factorial, plus x over 4 fiv of 0 over 4 factorial, plus x over 5 fv of 0 over 5 factorial, plus x over 6 over 6 factorial f of v bracket 0 fact 0. So that's what it means, and I hope you understand it. So now phi. Now one thing you are going to do now is that all these f of 0 1, you must know this one, f prime of 0, know this, you know it is 3 like that, f prime prime of 0, know this, know this, and this. So now f of x now because what? Therefore f of x now because what? F of 0. What's f of 0? What's our f of 0 from what we calculated? F of 0 from what we calculated, talk 1 plus this one is going to be x into bracket. What is our f prime of 0? Is 0 plus s square into bracket. What is our f prime prime of 0? Minus 1 over 2 factorial, plus what is our f prime prime s cube? What is our f prime prime over 0? We have 0 over 3 factorial, plus s over 4. What is our f prime 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 of 0? We have 1 over 4 factorial, plus what is our s over 5? F fifth of 0 will be what? 0 5 factorial, plus s over 6 into bracket minus 1 all over what? 6 factorial. I hope you understand how I do this. The ones I circled are the numbers I'm putting here in brackets as well. So now f of x now because what? 1. This one times 0 plus 0. You know it goes. So I'm not going to write it. This one is minus 1. This by x divided by this. This one will not be minus 2. Minus 1. So this one now turns to minus s square over 2 factorial, which is 2. 2 factorial is 2. So you get plus. This one is 0 times this. It comes 0. So this one goes. This one goes. So it remains this one. This one now turns to x power 4 times 1. We have x power 4. Divided by what is x power 4 is power 4 factorial. We have 24 plus this one times 0. This one goes. This one now turns to, this one becomes 0. This one times this is going to be minus. This one goes. This one becomes minus instead of plus. Minus. This one will be x power 6 over 6 factorial will now be equal to what? What is 6 factorial? 120 or 720 or whatever. So plus dot 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 and continue. It means that for cos x, cosine of a function, cosine of a function. It means that for a cosine of a function, what we have is going to be 1 minus x squared over 2 plus x is power 4 over 24 minus this plus. The next one is going to be plus x is power 8. We know we don't have odd function. We don't have 1, 3, 5. We don't have it. So 7 will be 0 as well. We have x is power 8, x is power 10, and so on and so forth. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. Let me go to the next question. The question now states that we should not hence we now say that find x equal to 0.5. So now it means that f of x equal to cos x. Instead of x, we have 0.5, we now be equal to cos 0.5. And originally f of x is equals to 1 minus x squared over 2 plus x over 4 over what? 24 minus x over 6 over what? 720. So doing this, f of 0.5 will now be equals to what? Please memorize this function, this series for cos x. Memorize this. We are going to do science as well. So this one will now be equals to 1 minus 0.5 all raised power 2 over 2 plus wherever we see x, we will put in 0.5. That is what it means. 0.5 all raised power 4 over 24 minus 0.5 all raised power 6 over what? 2720. When you do this with your calculator, you are going to get f of 0.5 to be equal to what? 0.877625868 is going to be the answer. So now let me give you another example. Now the third example, the question states that I should find, they said, the closed form of fourth order maclaurin series. Evaluation of cos 0.5 is what? These options. When you find, it means that when you find the maclaurin series, using maclaurin series to find cos 0.5, which one of these options is close to the answer? That is what it means. What we are going to do is that, we've already calculated what this to do, like what this is going to be. But since let's say this is just a new question that we've not done it before, let me try to give you an hint on how to do it. The first thing you are going to find is this. Originally it's supposed to be f of x equal to what? Cos x. So I will now have f of 0.5 will now be equal to what? Cos 0.5. That's what it means. This f of x, the maclaurin series for f of x will now be what you are going to write. It's going to be 1 minus x squared over 2 plus x over 4 over 4 minus x over 6 over what? 720. That's what they are going to write there. But they say that the fourth order, what this fourth order means is that this is going to be first order, second order is 0, third order, fourth order is 0. This is going to be fifth. Like the fourth order, what I mean is that stop it at 4 factorial, which is going to be 24. This power 4 will not be 24. This one is supposed to be 24. It's not supposed to be. Clean this. So this one will be 24 over 24. This is a mistake. So now let's stop here. So this one will now be equal to what? f of 0.25. No, sorry. Is this 0.2 or 0.5? This one will be f of 0.5. They are guiding something. I'm going to continue. I'm sorry. I can't pause it. So this one will be 1 minus 0.5 all square over 2 plus 0.5 all raised power 4 over 24. So now when you do this, this one is going to be 1 minus this one square will be 0.25 divided by 2 plus this one raised power 4 will be 0.0625 all over what? 24. So dividing this all through, this one is going to be, everything is going to be equals to 0.8776 So it's going to be the answer for this. Now you want to check which of the options is close to it. They said the fourth. This is the fourth conditions, fourth order. So this one will now be A for A. We have 336 over 385. When you divide this, you are going to have 0.8727272. B part. You are going to have 338 over 383, and you have 0.882506.527. The C part is 336 over 387. Now I'm going to pause this and write all the other ones. So it will be so I'm done. I've written everything concerning this. Now what you are going to do is that the answer you get from your own maclaurin series, you don't compare with any of this. This one does this one relate with this? No. No. The third one? No. Let's see the first one. 0.88264061. This one is going to be the answer. This one relates with it. So this one is no. So your option is going to be D here. And I really hope you understand this. I still have more questions to do. I want to talk about the ones of our sine and others, tan, inverse, and so on and so forth. This video is long enough. The thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to pause this and start a new one on the other questions. So I don't want to be too long so that it will not be confusing. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. So this one is going to be the part 1. I will do the part 2 by continuing now. And I really hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay. I wish you all the best.